Thank you very much. You're tuned in to Tuesday's Right Stuff with me, Matthew Wright. It's the 24th of November. We are inching towards Christmas. I know that because we've had some nice festive freebies sent to the Right Stuff office. If you've got anything nice, by the way, do feel free to send us some samples. No tat, mind. This is a classy show. You can save that for Jeremy Vile. And look at this. We've got some weird Japanese peach drink. And I thought it might be nice to share some with the panel. First of all, let's meet them. Who do we have first of all? It's not Carol Malone. Carol Malone is in the middle. Yeah. Our first one is Stephen Gates, ladies and gentlemen. Next to him, we have the News of the World's Carol Malone. And our special guest this morning, he got here by the skin of his teeth. It's Mock the Week star, Andy Parsons, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this is the way to start a show. Cheers, everybody. Peach liqueur. Cheers, chin chin. Cheers.
Soapy. Soapy.
Well, it's called a gold placenta, 400,000, and that's because it's made from afterbirth. Not just any old...
cheeky little afterbirth.
Not just any old afterbirth, but the finest Japanese pig placenta.
You get some great stuff.
We really do. Yeah. It should have gone to Jeremy Vile, shouldn't it? According to the company's website, and it's written in the finest Japanese English, many animals eat placenta in order to recover their health. We human being is said to eat this placenta of the mother with their family in the era of BC. So that clears everything up nicely.
Lovely.
Enjoy it.
Well, it's going to be a very long hour and a half.
I think so. I think so. But some women do eat their own placenta, don't they?
That's right. It makes very good pate.
Yeah.
Have you eaten placenta?
No, I'll tell you a funny story, though.
Go on.
Very good pate, not quite such a good aperitif, necessarily.
we had my daughter's placenta, my first daughter's placenta, doggy bagged at the hospital because I wanted to make pate out of it. And in the melee of leaving the hospital and the confusion of all the stuff that you have to take for the first time, we forgot it.
Oh.
So
nice surprise.
I don't know who
someone
picked it up, and maybe somebody took it home and...
maybe we're tasting it
now.
It's my gift to the world.
Yeah. Now then, Andy, how the devil are you?
Not too bad at all.
Glad to hear it.
Feeling a little bit, you know, now, but 5 minutes ago I was feeling great.
It doesn't... It's all up here, isn't it? Now, I think we're going to get along very well because I call a certain TV talent show Britain Exploits the Mentally Challenged, and you have a new video out called...
Britain's Got Idiots.
Live.
There we go.
Are you a fan of TV talent shows?
No.
Put it there. We're going to get along fine.
Hence the title, obviously, you know. Obviously, I'm not sure that they necessarily... Britain exploits the mentally challenged. Don't the mentally challenged exploit themselves, not realising that they're exploiting themselves because they're mentally challenged?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now... strikes me you stand up to get rid of a lot of things that may be on your chest, as our clip shows. Here's Andy on MP's expenses.
that was the clean bit. You can show at 9:15.
Yeah, you do have to...
Beautifully cut.
So now, comedy has really taken some hits. You've got BBC coming up with new guidelines. There's been debates about it in the Commons. Frankie Boyle and the Rebecca Adlington gag, you know, the back of the spoon one.
That's it, but we did have the BBC, you know, CEO Mark Thompson saying Mock the Week for the next series, it should be edgy. So whatever else they've said, Mark Thompson has come out and said, keep it edgy.
So it's in the cake, because, I mean, there's been a lot of brouhaha about whether Frankie should have apologised and all. What's your take on that?
Whether he should have apologised
to Rebecca, yeah.
Well, in some ways, I thought he had apologised to her, but it wasn't good enough for her. He hadn't, obviously... But the bizarre thing was, wasn't it, is she hadn't even heard of the actual gag. 2 years later on, the BBC Trust decided to look at the joke, and then suddenly she hears about it. So you think if the BBC Trust hadn't even bothered, she'd never even known the joke had actually been out there. Should have kept their noses out of it, shouldn't they?
Should have done. Should have done. Carol.
Yeah. I'm supposed to ask you a question, but I haven't got it. I've left it in the thing yet. But what I do want to ask you about the Rebecca Adlington thing is...
question,
what I do want to ask you is... I think that she was fair game for that, unlike the one that Jimmy Carr made about the soldiers, because I think Rebecca Adlington, she put herself out there. She was on TV a lot. She was on TV shows. She was on quiz shows. She was on entertainment shows. I think when you do that, when you put yourself out there, don't you? You're fair game for
Well,
whatever.
If you take any joke out of context, it can always look a little bit, you know... If you go and see Jimmy Carr and it's one joke in hundreds of jokes, and then you take that out of context, I think it can always look difficult. You know, that's my personal opinion.
But do you think the Jimmy Carr joke was right? Was it?
I mean, it was not a joke I would necessarily do, but I have a punchline that's very similar that's actually on the DVD.
Really?
It's a different setup, but the punchline is very similar. So,
I just think at this time that was the
When we did a phone-in on it, by the way, we had loads of people from the military saying it was absolutely fine.
People from the military can say that because they've earned the right
And
to
other
say
people
that.
as well.
I don't think...
Who decides whether someone has the right to take offence or not, other than you, Carol?
Well, no, you can't say it's just me. It was a story
Well, you're the only one saying it here.
No, but it was a story for a week. Well, there's 4 of us. That's
but it's a story for the week
country.
because papers need stories, don't they?
No,
was there real
it's not
outrage?
about-
Were people marching the
I
streets
think
saying
there was
Jimmy Carr should
outrage.
die? It was primarily the people that newspapers phone up saying Jimmy Carr's made this offensive joke. How do you feel? I'm offended. Run the quotes. There's the story.
people who would never
it's
normally
not-
go and see
It's
Jimmy
It's not
Carr.
like that. You listen, there was a dozen phone-ins that week, and you get ordinary people ringing in and say, I don't like it. I just don't, not at this time, I don't
But you can do that about chocolate, can't you? You'll get some people phoning in and say they don't like it, and some people do like it, but no one's going to
Cats
say
and dogs,
ban chocolate.
that's always one. People get furious about cats and
Yeah,
dogs.
yeah, yeah. I hate cats. Love dogs.
I can't believe you've said that,
I
Matthew.
know! It's outrageous. Now, Stefan, sorry, you have a question.
Well, all this trouble about jokes. I wonder if you ever sort of preferred the idea of following your family into business, into plumbing instead.
I don't really understand what you're talking about. I wasn't aware my family were into plumbing.
Hey, sewage is one of the things I read.
Sewage.
Oh, I know, you're completely
Same
wrong
sort of
there.
thing, isn't
I
it?
think
For a long line of sewer people.
Yeah, but I think you may have got the wrong half of the double act from about 10 years ago.
Go on,
So
how's it going?
I think you're talking about Naylor's sewer pipes, not Parsons' no sewer pipes. I believe my double act partner of some time ago, Henry Naylor, I believe his family are into sewer pipes.
Ah,
so
nice.
I believe whoever does your research, I believe their research is based in sewer pipes.
Have you ever thought about sewers anyway?
No, I haven't.
Have you
No.
not?
But I'm
That's
absolutely
cleared up.
furious that you should think that I and my family are anything to do with sewers. I can't believe you're attempting to do that on this sort of
Is
show.
it true?
And I
talk about
hope the
cats and
viewers
dogs again.
phone in and have a real go at you.
Can I have another one? Can I have another one? So, what about Noel's house party?
Noel's house party.
Did you write in with suggestions for Noel's house party?
The Paul Jackson, the then head of BBC Entertainment, we were doing various other projects for Paul, and he said, could you... they thought it might be the last series. Our suggestions came in. It was the last series. So there we go. we put in various suggestions like they should, you know, blow up Mr. Blobby and things like that, which we thought would be very entertaining. They didn't see it quite that way.
God, look at those happy memories. That used to be family entertainment before Simon Cowell came along. All of a sudden...
I think you have to put the record straight. What does your family do? Just so we know.
My mum's dead and my dad's retired. So,
Yeah, but what did your dad do?
he used to be a teacher.
There you go.
Very nice.
That's it, we know now.
Look at that, the comedy's all there, isn't it?
Just in the interest of accuracy.
Right then. Here is your handy cut out and keep guide to what's on today's show. Do you think it's a good idea, Andy? Is this sensible use of money?
I'm a fan of preventative medicine, and it's good to talk. That is the message out there. You know, you need to get people talking, and obviously, my point of view, I like to talk to taxi drivers. This is the way this is my therapy. There's lots of advantages in that. Main 2 advantages: one, if you tell your problems to the taxi driver, it stops him telling you his problems. And 2, it's amazing how much quicker you get to your destination.
At this point, I have to mention that my would-be father-in-law is, in fact, a taxi driver. It wouldn't go down well. Seriously, do you think this is a sensible use of NHS
I do,
money?
you know. I mean, it's like swine flu, isn't it? They sent out the leaflet for swine flu to try and prevent us getting contact, and then you actually read it and you think, are we this stupid? You basically boiled down the swine flu leaflet. It said, don't sneeze on people, don't sneeze on yourself. If you use a tissue, don't lick it. Don't sleep with pigs. That was essentially the advice from the NHS.
Have another bit of pig placenta.
Thank you very much.